Hello guys, this is Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. Today I'm going to be reviewing Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. This is the third installment in the Serpent and Dove trilogy and I have many thoughts about it. This is going to be a spoiler free review because I do not want to spoil it for you guys. I'm going to do a separate spoiler filled review. That video is going to be in very detail because there are so many things that I want to talk about, and of course I cannot get into that in this video because of course I do not want to spoil it for you guys. So after you have done reading Gods and Monsters, do check that video out. So now without wasting any more time, let's begin. Serpent and Dove trilogy have been a journey for me. I loved the first book. It was so good for me. I really loved the romance between Lou and Reed. It was enemies to lover kind of a trope, which is one of my favorite tropes, and I actually enjoyed first book. The second book, I had many problems with it. It was not something that I expected. I wanted Blood and Honey to be something different, but it turned out to be something different. It felt more like a filler book, something that needs to fill gap between the first and the last book. It was kind of disappointing for me, but still character-wise, it was an amazing book because characters grew so much in that book. And the third book, Gods and Monsters, it is the finale of the trilogy. It is the last book, and to be honest, I have mixed feelings about this too. The first and the biggest problem that I had with this book is the length of it. It is more than 500 pages and most of the plots of this book is unnecessary. It felt like there were so many pages written just to fill the pages. I mean, did it require to be 500 pages long? There was not much story to tell. From the beginning of the series, we were hunting Morgan and Lou was trying to save herself from her mother. And even the second book, the plot was same. But in the third book, this book went into another direction. I mean, the main motive of the book is the same, but it just went to so many places. To be honest, this book was all over the place, especially the first half of the book. That was a lot to go through. In the Blood and Honey, we saw Lou get possessed by Nicolina. I was not happy with that decision, but anyway, Shelby went into that direction. Okay, fine. But I wanted that to be over very soon, but that went on for far too long. Like I said, this is a spoiler free review, so I cannot get much in detail, but for my liking, that particular scene went on for far too long and I was not happy with that. The first 50% of the book was very boring too. It did not do much to the story. This book, to be honest, felt very unnecessary to me. I really wish this series was a duology instead of a trilogy, because there was just so many plots and things happening which was very unnecessary. Even in this book, this just felt like again a filler. Even though this is a finale or the last book in the series, it just felt like there were so many things happening which was not necessary. I'm gonna get in detail about that in the spoiler filled review, but the only thing that I can tell you is there were so many things happening in this book that was not necessary. There was also this thing about species just appearing out of nowhere. In the first book, Serpent and Dove, we only knew about witches and witch hunter. That was all. And in the second book, we got werewolves. I was like, okay, fine. We are exploring the world a little bit more. And again in this book, two more species were introduced. This world building is just so confused. Like, people or the species are just appearing out of nowhere. We are not getting insight about this world. This world just felt like it has no rules anymore. I mean, in the first book, it was so interesting, the concept about witches and witch hunter. But then in this book, it just went into another way. What was happening with these species and from where they are coming, what is their origin, nothing is explained in this book. There was this one love story in particular which felt very forced. If you're smart, you're gonna figure out which couple I'm talking about. But anyway, this scene happened between them in the middle or somewhere, and that scene just happened out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere, and after that their dynamic a little bit changed, and these two characters are my absolute favorite, and this thing being forced upon them, and then they are not getting many scenes. Like, there were not many scenes where we explored their relationship, where we see their chemistry. So again, their relationship and everything, the subplots are actually forced upon you. I get it, the main characters are Lou and Reed, but still the other characters needs to shine too. And there were just so many amazing characters in this book which were not actually given, spotlight to. So that again felt like a disappointment to me. The best thing that this book did was this twist in the middle, which I think was very interesting, and actually had fun reading this book after that. The second half of the book kind of reminded me what was the thing that I loved in the first book. The Serpent book had so much charming scene. It has so many things that I loved, especially Lou's and Reed's chemistry. That was my favorite part. And in the second half of this book, we get that. We get a lot of scenes with them. We get the same Lou back. We get the same Reed back. We also see how much Reed has actually changed as a person from the first book to the last one. So that was again done very well. I had complained with Lou's and Reed's relationship in the second book. I was very disappointed by that. But in this book, again, it was revived and I'm really glad for that. Especially there were some lovemaking scenes between them which were very sexy. I really loved them. It was a little bit too graphic for young adult. But anyway, it was very interesting. I really loved it. This book is also funnier than Blood and Honey. Not funnier than Serpent and Dove, but still this book had many scenes which makes you laugh out loud. So I really love those scenes. Overall, my thoughts on this book is that I loved the second part. It was very amazing. It was very fast paced. There were so many things that were happening. Even the stakes were higher. Everything was very good in the second part. And the first part was very boring. It was dragged on. It did not serve any purpose for me. It did not do much plot wise. It just felt like, you know, something which was just filling up the pages and everything. It was all over the place and I did not like it. So of course my ratings are gonna be mixed too. I'm gonna give this book 3.5 stars. If I rank all the 3 books, The Serpent and Dove is gonna be at the top because I loved that. It was the best book and it was really higher than these other 2 books that followed. The second place is gonna go to Blood and Honey because even though there were some scenes that were disappointing, but still there were so many amazing things happening in that book. There were so many characters that I loved. That is why that is second place. And the third is gonna go to Gods and Monster because the first half was very disappointing and that lowered kind of its rating. I'm not gonna do my like and dislike section in this video because like I said, I cannot get into detail. I cannot talk much about this book without spoiling it for you guys. If you want to see that section, you're gonna have to check out the spoiler filled review. So after you finish this book, do check that out. Overall, I'm gonna say that I did enjoy the series. It was a fun experience. I really wish it was a duology instead of a trilogy because there were so many plots and subplots that was not necessary in this book. I think for a debut, this series is amazing. It has many characters that keeps you hooked. Even the plots are not that bad, especially the first book. I think Shelby Mahurin has a lot of potential. She is on the same path as Leigh Bardugo. With Shadow and Bone trilogy, Leigh Bardugo introduced us to these amazing characters, but the plot was that series was not that good. It was a little bit boring. But with Six of Crows duology, she went on another level. The characters were good, the plots were good. It was the smartest book that I've ever read. It was the funniest book that I've ever read. There were so many things that was just amazing about that series. So I think we have the same future with Shelby Mahurin. At least I'm hoping there is, because I think she has an amazing potential and I really wish she utilizes that and we get to see her amazing work in a new series. So that was my thoughts on Gods and Monster. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think of this book. And if you want to check out spoiler filled review, you can find the link in the description down below. If you like my review, do not forget to subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to get notified of my future videos. Until we meet again, see you.